Hello, you're watching Weekly Highlights program on Azerbaycan Television with the major developments of the week. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. Now, first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. A meeting dealing with transportation issues was held on January 28. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham, delivered a speech at the meeting. The municipal elections were held across Azerbaijan on January 29. President Ilham voted at the polling station number 1 of Sabal constituency number 7, located at secondary school number 6. On January 27th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham, received the credentials of Goraz Renjeli, incoming Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Slovenia.
The ambassador presented his credentials to the head of state. President Ilham then held a conversation with the ambassador. Ambassador Goraz Renjeli first conveyed his congratulations to the president on the successful organization and achievements of COP29. Expressing gratitude for the congratulations, President Ilham underlined Azerbaijan's efficient organization of the event despite the short preparation time, noting that COP29 was the largest international conference ever held in the country. He praised Slovenia's active participation in the event and underscored the importance of achieving consensus among the numerous countries represented at COP29. The president emphasized the conference's productive outcomes in advancing the international climate agenda. President Ilham also spoke about the strong history of bilateral relations between Azerbaijan and Slovenia, recalling the productive discussions during mutual visits by the two countries' leaders. He expressed confidence that cooperation between the nations would continue to strengthen. During the meeting, they expressed hope that political dialogue between Azerbaijan and Slovenia would develop dynamically, noting that political consultations between the foreign ministers and the meeting of the Working Group on Economic Cooperation would be held soon. Plans for a high-level reciprocal visits were also discussed. Ambassador Renjeli highlighted Azerbaijan's critical role in the South Caucasus region and the Trans-Caspian transportation corridor. The conversation touched upon cooperation in the energy sector, with a focus on the delivery of Azerbaijani gas to the Slovenian market as a significant step in advancing bilateral ties. The meeting also included an exchange of views on the prospects for Azerbaijan-European Union relations.
On January 27th, President Ilham received the credentials of Umar Kande, the newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Guinea.
Ambassador Kande presented his credentials to the head of state. President Ilham engaged in a conversation with the ambassador. The president expressed hope that political and economic relations between the two countries would continue to develop successfully. President Ilham noted that Azerbaijan and Guinea have been active and successful partners within a number of international organizations, including the United Nations, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the Non-Aligned Movement. The Azerbaijani president expressed confidence that the mutually supportive relations between the two countries would further strengthen. The head of state also emphasized the importance of identifying attractive areas for collaboration. President Ilham pointed out that many African students are pursuing education in Azerbaijan and that Azerbaijan offers scholarship programs for students from member states of the Non-Aligned Movement and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The head of state emphasized that Guinean students could benefit from these opportunities as well. President Ilham noted that Azerbaijan has shared its and service experiences with several countries and highlighted the possibility of cooperation with Guinea in this field as well. Expressing gratitude for the kind words, the ambassador conveyed greetings from the President of the Republic of Guinea, Mamadi Doumbouya, to the Azerbaijani leader. President Ilham expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked the ambassador to pass on his regards to the President of Guinea. On behalf of the President of Guinea and the people of his country, Ambassador Umar Kande extended condolences to the President Ilham and the people of Azerbaijan regarding the plane crash. Umar Kande expressed his country's interest in realizing cooperation with Azerbaijan in various areas and conveyed hope for the establishment of a strategic partnership with Azerbaijan. He noted that this in turn would contribute to advancing joint initiatives, particularly within the UN, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the Non-Aligned Movement. Expressing satisfaction with the relations within international organizations, the ambassador emphasized the good opportunities for cooperation between the two countries in the education, mining, and e-government sectors. During the conversation, they stressed the importance of establishing direct links between the two countries' relevant economic institutions, exploring prospects for economic cooperation, and exchanging delegations for further develop the economic sector.
The head of state received Jonathan Messner, co-founder and member of the Board of Advisors of the Israel Economic Forum, on January 27th.
President Ilham emphasized that, as has been the case throughout history, representatives of various religions and faiths, including the Jewish community, live today in an atmosphere of friendship, tranquility, and harmony in Azerbaijan. The president noted that this is not only a way of life for the Azerbaijani people, but also an integral part of the policy pursued by the Azerbaijani state. The head of state pointed out that, based on its own experience, Azerbaijan plays an important role in promoting interfaith and intercultural dialogue at the global level and will continue to contribute to this cause. The guests expressed their gratitude to the head of state for the conditions in Azerbaijan that have allowed for the peaceful coexistence of the Jewish communities throughout history. They mentioned that during their visit to Azerbaijan, they would also travel to the Gubat district to familiarize themselves with the living conditions of the Jewish community there. Emphasizing their visit to the liberated territories of Azerbaijan, the guests noted that they were deeply impressed by the restoration and reconstruction efforts carried out in those areas within a short period of time. The guests highlighted that numerous Jewish businessmen from various countries visited Azerbaijan during this trip, noting that Azerbaijan is an attractive destination for business and investment, and discussed prospects for cooperation in this field. The meeting included an exchange of views on the prospects for Azerbaijan-Israel and Azerbaijan-US relations.
A meeting dealing with transportation issues was held on January 28th. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham, delivered a speech at the meeting.
Touching on the development of transport infrastructure in Baku and its suburban areas, the head of state said that although a lot of work was done in this direction and major infrastructure projects were implemented in recent years, there were still traffic jams in Baku, and unfortunately the number of traffic jams was increasing year after year. Noting that there are natural reasons for this, the growth of the population of Azerbaijan from 7 million to 10 million over the past 30 years, the president added that of course the city's road infrastructure, including the metro, could not absorb this growth. We have always kept transportation issues in the spotlight, and many large projects have been implemented in Baku over the past 15 years. New metro stations have been put into operation, road junctions, tunnels, bridges have been built, new roads have been laid. If we had not done this work, transport in Baku would be completely paralyzed today, but we still see that there will be great benefit in adopting another major program. For this purpose, I gave the Minister of Digital Development and Transport relevant instructions some time ago to prepare a state program, and work in this program has been carried out for several months, underlined President İlham. Noting that a number of transport projects have been implemented throughout the country in recent years, rural roads, intercity roads, highways, the head of state added that as the years went by, there was a tendency to forget the previous situation. However, if we look back 20 years ago, we will remember the state of our roads at that time. Even the main roads of Baku hardly met any standards. We built new roads and connected almost all cities with modern roads. We connected all our borders with modern highways. The rate of repair and construction of rural roads reached around 85–90%, and every year we allocate funds for these purposes. At the same time, the geographical location of Azerbaijan is such that international transport corridors pass through our territory, and this is because we have been able to effectively use this geographical location. But geographical location alone does not mean that any country can become a transport hub. However, we have consistently shown interest in the passage of international transport corridors through Azerbaijan, through our territory, made efforts, and carried out practical work, stressed the head of state. The head of state dwelt on the nationwide transportation and infrastructure projects, including Zangezur corridor, against which the Armenian side has been demonstrating an unconstructive position for more than 4 years. As a result, to this day, we do not have the shortest and most convenient in connection with the Nakhchivan Autonomous Republic, an integral part of Azerbaijan. As for the city of Baku and the territories around it, the adoption of a new state program is necessary. This will be a very large program, a program with a large financial capacity. It will be a program that requires joint activity and efficient work of all relevant agencies. This is why today's meeting has been called so that we can discuss these issues, so that they are presented to us, so that the public can also understand what is expected and what work should be done in which years. At the same time, representatives of the public can also give their recommendations to relevant state bodies, the presidential administration, the cabinet of ministers, the Minister of Digital Development and Transport. We may have not included something in this program, so suggestions from the ground will also be taken into account, said the head of state.
The municipal elections were held across Azerbaijan on January 29th. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham, voted at the polling station number 1 of Sabal constituency number 7, located at secondary school number 6. The head of state entered the voting booth and cast his ballot.
"576 voters have been registered at the polling station number 1 of Sabal constituency number 7 of Baku city, with 31 candidates running in the constituency.
That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.